When it comes to pro sports, it's not always business as usual. Sometimes it gets personal, and that's where things get interesting.
Friendships come and go. My biggest goal is always to win, and people who get in the way of that just really piss me off.
It will be a long-standing rivalry. The drama will probably be around forever.
Ali Frazier, Magic and Bird. Add to that list double lift and APHROMOO. Across every sport we've ever conceived, bad blood between its brightest stars has pushed the game itself to the next level. And now, at the frontier of professional sports, that eternal drama carries on. Even if the equipment has changed.
I'm outside the LCS Arena in Santa Monica, and I'm about to witness my first ever professional esports event. Just being here, I realize I'm already in an alternative universe, and I'm excited.
Calling comes out, forced to blast on gate. Not wild enough from the card, so clear. Not gonna connect in. They're gonna turn back on the gate. He's forced to flash. The Ignite's burning on him. And here they're actually in a little bit of trouble. Who's gonna get it?
This is like a completely new experience for me.
This is the next generation of athlete, and they arrived seemingly overnight. Esports exploded in the early 2000s when South Korea established the first ever professional gaming teams. And with a strong foothold in Asia, the craze spread west. In 2009, industry giant Riot Games created what would become the most popular game in all of esports, League of Legends. A descendant of Warcraft 3, this fantasy game pits teams of 5 against each other in a brutal contest of skill and strategy. It's cultivated a massive fan base, logging 100 million players each month. And by 2015, League's World Championship came with a $2 million purse and recorded higher viewership than the NBA Finals. Before they were enemies, Doublelift and APHROMOO were teammates. More than that, they were a legendary duo. If Doublelift was Kobe, then APHROMOO was Shaq. And together they led CLG to a North American championship in 2015.
You know, there's been times in my career where even I don't believe in myself, and it was these guys. It was these guys who made me keep going and believed in me, so I love you guys.
But in an unexpected turn of events, Doublelift was fired from the team in the offseason, sending shockwaves through the league. Overnight, Doublelift, one of the greatest individual players in the game, became a free agent. And it didn't take long for him to choose his next team. 1 year on from the breakup that rocked the league, APHROMOO and Doublelift will retake the stage at different tables. Leading a roster of all-stars, Doublelift and TSM have gone on a rampage. So far, undefeated in the 2016 Summer Splits, now placing APHROMOO and CLG squarely in their sights.
We're in suburbia, about an hour outside of Los Angeles. Really nice houses, families. This house is different though. This is the Team CLG house. This is where APHROMOO, the star of CLG's League of Legends team, does his thing.
Hi there.
How's it going, man?
Matt.
Sal.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you, man.
Welcome to Counterloaded Gaming. This is our primary training house. This is where most of the League of Legends players and staff stay and work.
How many people live here?
Currently, we have about 16 people.
Wow.
The average pro gamer is 22 years old. Many retire by 25. So for these young athletes, structure is a good thing. Traditional workouts aren't just encouraged, they're routine.
10 push-ups all the way down to 1.
A chef is on staff to serve 5 meals a day. Because if there's one goal behind the team house concept, it's distraction-free, full-focus training.
This is amazing.
Question mid, buzz bot.
Go up.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna ulti it, let's go.
Yeah, hold me. Throw me. Rex, I could be bottom.
I'm ulting 15.
Play down right now. Bottom, Rex is bottom. You guys can just play up right now. We'll go to Jay's lane. Jay, play safe. They're all there.
Okay, Rex side.
Go. What did I say? I don't know. We need to take this safest path possible to get to the tower. So Darshan came with me. We came here.
At 23 years old, APHROMOO is the undisputed face of CLG. In game, he plays support. He's the shot caller, the quarterback.
How long have you been pro now?
4.5 years, something like that.
What still drives you at this point?
I love seeing my teammates succeed, and I'm always looking for better ways to play. My stream sessions usually, when I go home, it's like 24 to 36 hours straight.
Straight. Like,
Didn't stop.
straight, like
didn't
no
stop.
breaks.
No breaks.
What the fuck? Is that norms?
No. You gotta be a little crazy, if you want to be the best.
Afro channels his emotions into the game. Because before it became a profession, it was an escape.
My wife got cancer, and I got laid off. We ended up staying with my grandma and saving money. So we lived in a bad neighborhood. I was never in a gang or anything like that or dealing with drugs, but I still got shot at on 5 different occasions, being in the wrong spot. When we lived there, they couldn't go out the yard.
All I did was play video games. That's it.
Yeah, we
Couldn't do anything else.
But we got through it.
I guess my story is really common, which is, I grew up as a nerd. I had this really big problem with my Asian parents who just didn't ever understand that gaming was like a thing that people do and it's okay to do, for fun. They just only ever cared about my grades. I felt like online I could be a different person and escape reality. That was way more fun than real life because, I was getting bullied at school and I was like getting beat up by my parents and stuff like that. Like, it was not very fun. And so I just started playing a ton of games. Now it's a cool thing. Now those kids who were super mean to me message me on like Facebook or Twitter or something. They're like, oh, do you remember me? Dude, let's catch up. Dude, like the good old days. And I'm like, there was no good old days.
Yeah, you were
You're just
kicking my
making those
ass.
up. Yeah.
Wow, so they hit you up now? They wanna
Yeah, of
be
course.
down.
Because I'm famous and rich, and they're not. When I first got onto the scene, I had a really polarizing personality. I think a lot of people hated me because it came off as like arrogant or cocky or whatever, but I just thought it was funny.
We both had big personalities. Egos, I would say a little bit back in the day when we were at the pinnacle. I would say it helped us bring out the best in each other.
I always thought Afro was cool. I never realized that he had like a big problem with me because he's very non-confrontational and I'm very confrontational. I guess he had problems with me that he like let build up. But then I learned that he advocated that I get kicked off the team. And then Afro shit talked me on stage and I was like, fuck this guy.
In my opinion, this iteration of the CLG roster is just infinitely better. Mindset is a lot better. Everyone is willing to accept criticism and there's no really like people feeling afraid to have a voice on the team, I would say.
Everyone else is trash. Right here on the show.
Everyone else is trash. Peter brings people down more often than not.
There was a lot of hate. It was really, that hurt my heart.
You're telling about the death threats?
We are inside the sold-out arena for our marquee matchup, and you can feel a real energy inside here. TSM 9-0, undefeated. CLG, defending champs, off to a slow start. Can they make the comeback here against their arch rival? This is big time.
You know the history about this match. 2 of the first teams ever created. It is the oldest League of Legends rivalry.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, Afro! He almost didn't get to all. You have to remember as well the chain to that ult. Comes APHROMOO. Oh, hooey! Emperor's Divide, one turret shot for Bjergsen. He's got to figure out which is the right one, and he has chosen correctly.
One of those games where you start to feel like TSM have more members than CLG playing the game.
It almost seems like that, doesn't it?
CLG now on the chase.
A sub 30-minute game. TSM are going to stay undefeated in the North American LCS as they take down Counter Logic Gaming.
I grew a lot through playing with him, and I'm sure he grew a lot through playing with me, so I'm like really grateful to have that opportunity.
It was like we were stuck together, like super cool.
I moved on from CLG, but I'm not like salty or sad that this is how things turned out. I'm actually really happy with where I am now.
North American LCS Summer Finals.
At the end of the season, TSM claimed the 2016 North American Championship to earn their shot at Worlds.
TSM cement themselves as the most dominant organization in
For now, Doublelift has come full circle.
I think this was just like redemption for us, and for me.